Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Drop Zone Podcast with your boy Anthony Young and my partner in crime, Jeff Walsh. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm good. NFL season started. As you see, we're not in our offices no more. We are in the locker rooms virtually, but we're in the locker rooms. They allowed me back after my rants. I need to get some pep in the step of the boys on the defense. So I'm this. If you like rants, this episode's gonna be full of them. I know Tony's been waiting for it pretty much all week. Uh,
That's an understatement.
hmm So this week we're gonna talk about five key games, five, five or six key games,
Hey, Brian.
and we're gonna start with last Thursday. Yes, it's been a week already. Uh, some some stuff happened. Some crazy stuff happened. We will talk about Steelers, Jets, Giants, Commanders because those are our two teams. We will talk about the Colts and the Dolphins game. For our boy Jason. And then we will talk about Lions, Packers, Ravens, Bills, which is probably game of the year. I guess it's week one, and I'm already naming it game. Oh, here we go. Get game of the year, and then
Here
the
we
Vikings
go.
and Bears, and then we will get into the upcoming Thursday night game, which is tomorrow, and then into our pick'ems, and that'll be the episode. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
Well,
Lord.
not yet. Not yet, Jason. You gotta wait. You gotta hold your horses there, man.
And once again, Facebook is giving us issues with streaming to the group again,
hmm
which is annoying because I actually had it set up perfectly today.
And still giving issues.
Yep, it's still giving us
Yeah,
issues.
Jay. I know you like that pun. I said hold your horses, and you're a Colts fan. Dang, I get it. So, are you ready, Tony?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, so game one of the NFL season, prime time, Thursday night. I was off last Thursday. I was happy to be off. I got to watch it live. Cowboys, Eagles, 6 seconds of the game. Jalen Carter gets ejected for spitting on
Dummy.
our boy Dak Prescott.
Wait, hold up. That's not our boy. Hell no. No, no, no,
Our boy,
no, 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 no. No, no. No, 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 no.
our boy Dak Prescott,
No, no,
and
no,
he gets
no.
ejected, and pretty much almost cost him his team the game because I don't know if you were watching it live, but
I was cussing the motherfucker out.
hmm he almost lost his team the game for being that selfish. Uh, but they did end up winning it 20-24. If you're watching that game live, you've kind of felt the energy switch. Yes,
Yep.
it.
60 was that
hmm
it was actually 57,000. But yeah, I'm gonna say 60,000.
hmm He's looking at that. He didn't get another game.
Jason, if you don't cut this bullshit out,
So, uh, again, like that game, you felt the energy switch as soon as he got ejected because that's what the Cowboys had game planned against was Jalen Carter. And as soon as he was out, you saw Eagles really couldn't get to Dak Prescott very easily. And he's going to be on it all night.
Yes, I know.
He's going to be on all night. And guess what? I get to go work with him tonight, too. So,
Lucky you.
So let me talk about Jalen Carter first. I'll get on the game. Here's one of my, I think, probably like 5 rants I'm going to have today.
Dummy. Yeah.
Yes, he is an absolute dummy. And that is honestly, I think, one of the most selfish and idiotic things I've seen a player do in a very long time on the football field. So Dak spits in your general direction. He doesn't spit on you. He spits in your direction on the ground. You proceed to then walk up to him, talk to him, and spit on him in front of the official. The official is right there.
Literally not even 3 yards away.
He is right next to you watching you do it. And you spit on him. And you get it. There wasn't even a snap in the game. It was like opening kickoff. Your teammate's on the ground, snapped his leg in half, and you're that selfish, and you go up and spit on Dak Prescott, and then you're walking away, getting ejected, smiling and laughing. I don't know what is so funny.
Dummy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. In my opinion, I think he should have been ejected or suspended for this upcoming game against the Chiefs to really send a point home of like, we're not tolerating that. We're not spitting on people. I mean, it should be a pretty obvious thing just for human respect to not spit on somebody. I don't understand. Like, it's not just an opponent now. Like, you're having no respect for him as a human. Just go up to him and spit on him. So I
I
don't know
mean,
if you have any reaction about it. I'd like to hear your take on it. And we'll talk about the actual game.
I can understand if the league doesn't suspend him, but at least the Eagles should suspend his stupid ass. Just to simply send a message that we cannot tolerate this kind of idiocy. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen a player ever fucking do. And we've seen some dumb players do some dumb shit.
But that's normally off the field. A lot
Exactly. For him to do this on the field, and for him to even sit there and laugh about it, and what could have made it even worse is if, him getting ejected could have actually cost him that game as well.
It almost did.
Because the Eagles had no pass rush whatsoever. There was no pass rush whatsoever coming from the Eagles defense. Why? Because that idiot was ejected for spitting, and it made absolutely no sense. So yeah, if the NFL, I can understand that the NFL fined him, but the Eagles at least should suspend his ass for the game, just to send a message that we, as a team, we're not going to tolerate that dumb shit.
I mean, I will agree with Jason's comment a little bit. I think that the taunting calls gets a bit too much, and it is soft at times. But again,
I
it's
agree.
human. It is human respect to not spit on somebody. It is very disgusting to spit on somebody. Like, it's gross. And again, it just shows you have no respect for them as a human.
I can understand the part of not having respect for them as a unit. I mean, there are rivals, but at the same time, to sit there and just literally spit on another human being.
And laugh. And then he laughed and smiled about it.
I mean, that's truly uncalled for.
Well, I mean, if they wanted to, then they would have definitely suspended him for another game, if that was the case.
I mean, I get
So,
where you're coming from, Jason. I mean, they are trying to make the league where it's not so many injuries, but at the same time, you got to maintain the integrity of the league.
mm,
And if you're allowing people to run around spitting on people, I mean, you're compromising the integrity of the league, and you're basically saying that's okay.
yeah, like a lot of young kids watch. There was millions of people watching this game. And if you don't do something about it, then to them, like you just said, it looks like it's okay to just go up to somebody and spit on them, which it is not. Now, again, going into the game, I will have to agree with Jason on that. You're not going to be happy with me. I'm going to have to agree with Jason on this one. Dak Prescott played a damn good game. He is not the reason why that they lost this game. It is all it is pretty much all on CD Lamb. Dak Prescott was putting the ball where it needed to be in the most important times in the game. And where did he go to? His star wide receiver. And he had exactly. Uh, yeah, he's right. A college player did spit on somebody on Saturday, I think. So, hmm I can hate Dak and mess with Dak when I want to, but he really did not cost his team the game. If he did, I would totally get on his ass. Yes, he did not throw a touchdown, but he went 21 for 34, 188 yards and no touchdowns, but he didn't take any sacks, which is a good thing because again, the Eagles couldn't get to him because no Jalen Carter. Uh, Javante Williams, he had 15 carries for 53 yards and 2 touchdowns. Miles Sanders, he had a good rushing game, but then he fumbled like an idiot, which then gave the Eagles more life. CD, pretty much single-handedly, I'll be honest, along with Jerry Jones, with the dumb choices that he made in the offseason, cost them this game. If CD catches those balls, he had not one, not two, but 3 drops in this game. If he
I will have
catches
to agree with
those, he
that.
has what?
I will agree with that.
He and I mean, at least he owned it. He did own it in the post game press conference. He owned that he cost his team a game. There's nobody else to point the finger at but himself. We know that this Cowboys defense is not that great, and they really couldn't stop the Eagles. What that was to be expected. But what's expected of CD Lamb is for him to catch those balls where Dak Prescott was putting it on the money, and he didn't. He didn't catch it. So as my takeaway, Eagles got lucky to win this game. Again, if CD catches at least 2 of those 3, it's a different outcome, I think, and it would be a very shocking outcome. But Eagles are lucky to have won this game 20-24. I don't know if you have any thoughts about this game or not.
Um, I'm going to agree with you. And I can't believe I'm actually saying this. Yes, Prescott did not finally cost the Cowboys a game. It was CD Lamb. So yes, Jason, yeah, live this up while you got the chance. Because I promise you, it ain't going to happen again. Yeah, I mean, they did show that they could actually somewhat stop the run. I mean, it wasn't much of a stopping to do, but they still walked. I mean, Jalen Hurts still ran all over him.
Yeah.
which was kind of interesting and funny because their whole thing was to actually stop the run, but they couldn't do it.
Hmm.
But yeah, yeah, I gotta agree with you. I mean, a lot of those catches was catchable balls, and C.D. Lamb just. I don't know if he was sad because Michael Parsons was no longer there and wanted to prove a point, but that is the wrong way to prove the point. But yeah, I don't know why those catches he wasn't making, and those are catches he make on a routine basis.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean I don't have anything else other than that because I mean a lot of that was kind of ridiculous how he was dropping those passes.
Hmm. That was such a weird game. The game got stopped because of lightning for an hour and a half. I took a nap and I woke up to watch that game. Uh, so yeah, it was a very weird game. Again, Eagles very lucky to have come in with the win, especially with Jalen Carter being an absolute dumbass, being ejected 6 seconds into the game. Next, I promised I would raise all holy hell if we did not beat this Jets team by 15 last week. We beat them by 2.
Yeah, I'm waiting for this one.
I'm not happy. Okay, and as you see, I'm in the locker room. I have ripped into some of these guys. Our defense was complete and utter dog shit. Our defense sucked. Brees Hall had 107 yards by himself, rushing. Justin Fields looked like the guy that I thought that we were going to get and that we had last year. But no, then we put old man Russ, which we will talk about Russ in a little bit, in, and look what happened to our season. Winning the shitter. Thank holy Lord, we had Aaron Rodgers. Because if we had old man Russ, we would have lost this game by at least 20.
Yeah, y'all would have got destroyed if yeah.
Here we go. Just gonna fucking say something. Yeah, our offensive line, Rodgers got sacked 4 times. Our offensive line was not great, and our defense looked like doo doo until that last drive where Jalen Ramsey popped the hell out of Wilson.
That was a hell of a fucking hit.
That was an amazing hit. I jumped out of my seat watching that one. That one was good. I had my hand on my head watching that final drive. I'm like, oh no, here we go. Fields is gonna do it. Fields is gonna take him down the field, kick a game-winning field goal, and I'm gonna be sick. But it
That
didn't happen. Thank God for Boswell. Thank God for Rodgers and the offense, because that is the first time I've seen our offense look like that in a very long time. I've had to wait a long time to see offense look like that again.
yes, the offense did look pretty good with Aaron Rodgers on the quarterback. I can't deny that. I mean, the offensive line wasn't so great, but yeah,
Then we couldn't run the ball either. Steelers as a team had 20 carries for 53 yards. Brees Hall had 19 for 107. That's atrocious. We could not run the ball, so it was all on Aaron Rodgers, which he came through. He went 22 for 30, 244 yards, and 4 touchdowns. That's about as good as the stat line as you can get. With again, no interceptions. He didn't throw the ball in any bad spots. He did what we needed him to.
well, I think there was one where he did throw it in a bad spot, but he got lucky.
Hmm. I'll take one of those, and that's fine because it's better than what Russ would have done. DK showed up. 4 receptions, 83 yards. Calvin Austin had 4 for 70 and a touchdown. Garrett Wilson, he did what he does for 7 and for 95 and a touchdown. Our defense better show up against the Seahawks. If we make Sam Darnold look like Sam Darnold of last year, we're in trouble. We better run the ball better. We better block better. We better play better defense. We better get after Sam Darnold and that Seahawks offense. Because if not, it's going to be a long season if our defense never shows up.
This is true.
We finally got a good offense. Do not let this defense start getting worse. We have so many weapons on our defense. And we just signed another one in Jabril Peppers from the Patriots. So that'll help us out as well. Defense, get your shit together because that can't happen again. We cannot give up 32 points to the Jets and Justin Fields, who we let walk in the offseason. Please get your shit together. That's all I got.
But so in the defensive, I mean, I can't 100% fault the defense because it's a lot of new pieces on that defense right now. So it's going to take them a couple of games to actually gel together. But yeah, I mean, the fact that Ramsey had that humongous hit at the end of the game was, I mean, I don't even think I've ever seen Ramsey hit anybody like that hard before. But then again, that hit kind of looked personal because they was jawing back and forth for a game.
Oh yeah. At the end of the first half, they were going at it because he hit Fields a little late, which could have been flagged, but it wasn't. And yeah, they were drawing back and forth at the end of the first half, and at the end of the second half, Ramsey said, "Fuck you! I'm going to end this game right here, right now," and he did.
Well, see, I really don't think that hit on Fields was all that late. And because if you actually look at it, you could tell he did somewhat try to grab him so he wouldn't go flying, but he just couldn't get a hold of him. So he ended up going, flying over into crash. I forgot who he crashed into, but yeah, that really wasn't all that. It wasn't that bad of a hit, and it wasn't that late.
Mm-hmm.
It was like one of those simultaneous hits, and the Jets just being the Jets.
And I mean, I get it. They're protecting their QB, but it was not that bad of a hit, like you said.
Exactly, it wasn't that bad. I mean, we've seen a lot of late worse hits than that on a QB.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I understand what you're saying about our defense. It's a new group, but these are vets. These aren't rookies. They're vets that we brought in. I expect at least a bit better out of them. That's all I'm saying.
Which I understand. I get that.
All right, now into your game. A very disappointing game for your Giants. Your defense didn't look too bad. I mean, to only give up 21 points to the reigning, not NFC champs, but they were in the NFC Championship game last year, and the Commanders. But you got to now experience Old Man Russ in his all glory. He went 17 for 37, 168 yards. Jaden Daniels went 19 for 30, 233 yards and 1 touchdown. That's a pretty mediocre game from somebody who was expected to be excellent again this year. Giants can run the ball either, so I'm right there with you. Jackson Jacoby, or whatever his name is, JCM is what I have on my notes as. He went 10 carries, 8 yards, and touchdown. Jaden Daniels had another 11 for 68. Debo had a rushing touchdown as well. Commanders in total had 220 rushing yards. I would, again, you are the Giants fan here. I would like your thoughts. And once again, they have named Russell Wilson starter for week 2. I'd like to hear your full thoughts on the Giants' first week of the season. This is gonna be good. I like it. This is what I'm excited for. Before you go, I'll let you take a drink. I will read off the receiving stats. Neighbors went 5 receptions for 71 yards. Wandale Robinson had 6 for 55. Debo had 7 for 77, and Terry had a very quiet game, 2 receptions for 27 yards. So the floor is yours, big time, Tony, or as you go by now, Anthony Young.
So, I mean, I really not gonna go too hard on it. For the simple fact is, we didn't have Andrew Thomas protecting the left side, so we were still down. I mean, the offensive line is still atrocious. We can't run the ball without Andrew Thomas. We can't pass protect. But Russell Wilson was looking his age. Um, the strength of Russell Wilson has always been to be able to get the ball downfield. When Malik Neighbors only have a total of 71 yards, that's telling me you're not getting the ball downfield. We only mustered up 6 points off of field goals. Let's see. How else can I put the defense? I mean, at least one half of the unit showed up. I mean, they did give up a lot of rushing yards. But yeah, I mean, do I agree with Russell Wilson starting week 2? Um, for right now, I will have to say yes. For the simple fact is, again, I mean, it was a divisional game, it's a rivalry game, but at the same time, I mean, if Russell Wilson, I don't care if we win, I don't care if we lose this game today. If Russell Wilson can't get this team down the field and into the end zone, then it's time to either go with Jameis Winston or Jackson Dart. I mean, there's no other choice. If, like I said, if he cannot get this team into the end zone, then it's you got to let him go. He's useless now. And against this Dallas defense that has no Michael Parsons to terrorize you, he should be able to get the ball down the field. Dallas secondary, yes, it is a good secondary, but it's not that great. They don't have a pass rush anymore. So yeah, if he, like I said, if he can't get them into the end zone in week 2, he put his ass on the bench. I'd rather take my chances with interception Winston. Yeah, I'd rather them go with Winston than over Dart. Let Dart sit and don't learn from Russell Wilson, obviously.
Or Jameis.
I mean, he can learn from Jameis, just learn not to throw interceptions. I mean, the one thing I can say with Jameis Winston is, I mean, he will put points on the board. Might be for the other team, but he'll put points on the board.
I hear what you're saying. I think to me right now, I understand not putting Dart into the fire, but I think that's how people learn. Um, I understand.
What, to learn how to trip over the turf?
There you go. I understand not wanting to throw him into the fire. But I think some QBs learn best from being in those situations, whereas they don't learn best from sitting on the bench and watching Russ or Winston play. Um, I mean, he did well, yes, in the preseason against second and third stringers, but that means that your offensive line was worse because it's playing not its starters, it's second stringers and third stringers. And I think there's more energy on the team when he plays. I don't know what it is about Russ, but it just seems there's no energy. There was lacking energy on the Steelers last year. Um, and now again, we're week one. Again, it's week one, rust on everybody, it's fine. But I think Dart would just benefit from actually playing and just seeing uh to see what you guys got at least um this season, because I don't think he's going to learn much from watching Russ or Winston play. I mean, again, that's just my personal opinion, and to me, I think he gives you the best chance to win with his explosiveness, and he can at least run and get out of the pocket, whereas Russ can't really do that all that often and well. Winston can a little bit, but again, the turnovers really do kind of. I really don't want him learning from Winston. Maybe his competitive spirit you can learn from, but other than that, I don't really see much you can learn from Winston or Russ right now. I think he'd be best off just getting thrown in, see what he can do. Um, and again, you got to at least see what you got in him, not wait a whole year. Because I don't think waiting a whole year is going to do anything for him or this team right now. It's just waiting a whole year of him not playing.
Well, the thing with waiting a whole year is, for the simple fact, with this schedule that the Giants have, it's brutal. It's the toughest schedule in the league, so you don't want to have them suggested to an immediate failure.
Well, I mean, at least if he looks better than what Russ did, it'll be a success.
I mean,
If he
shit,
can leave,
I probably could go out there and look better than Russell Wilson did right now.
but you're setting a precedent of like, all right, you could be a starter in this league if you put up 6 points. That's not a good example. Like Russ looked terrible. 17 for 30, 168 yards. Offense couldn't move against. To me, the Commanders are not that great of a defense. Russ should at least been able to do something. Again, the line isn't great, but eventually Dart's going to have to play against these teams. Oh, what Daniel
Exactly.
Jones did? Yes, it could cause bad habits, or it can help him learn. I don't think, to me, he is a talent to where him sitting on the bench isn't helping him learn. That's just my opinion on it. Obviously, people are going to have a different opinion, but I think him sitting on the bench, watching it happen, isn't going to help him. He's going to have to go against these teams eventually. Just because it's a tough schedule doesn't mean he shouldn't play against them.
Well, no,
Sometimes playing against the toughest competition will bring out the best in somebody.
that's not
And
what we're saying. Basically, we're saying with the situation of the offensive line, he's not going to have any protection. So you don't want him creating a bad habit of where he's constantly looking, you know, making throws early because he knows he has to get rid of the ball. We want him to make it where, he can feel protected, actually know the flow of the game instead of having to speed it up in your head because you know your offensive line isn't going to hold up. And as a quarterback, you don't want that thought. You don't want that to become the thought process that you constantly have. So if he's going up against, you know, like I mean, yeah, I mean the schedule does play a small part of it, but with the offensive line situation, the fact that you can't run the damn ball. It's like Jason said, it's going to create bad habits, and you don't want them to create bad habits. So it's better to just let them sit. Hopefully, rebuild the offensive line. Hopefully, get a running game that can actually, run the ball. I mean, I still say we should have paid Saquon Barkley instead of Daniel Jones, but that's going to be for another rant. At least with if he would have had Barkley, he would have had a safety valve. Then I would have been okay with saying yes, let him start. But when you don't really have a safety valve other than Malik Neighbors, I mean you're basically setting him up to fail, and that's what you don't want to do.
I have one pushback. How long have you been saying about that offensive line?
I've been saying about the offensive line for a while. And at one
And it
point, it
hasn't gotten
didn't.
better.
At one point,
And it
it
hasn't gotten
didn't.
better.
At one point, it did start getting better until the injuries hit.
And
Because
and again, yours a key word in that. You said hope to rebuild the offensive line. If they don't rebuild it in the offseason, you're going to sit him for another year then?
well, no, I mean, at least he's going to be learning with a bad offensive line already.
hmm So it's like, exactly. So it's like, I understand what you're saying about the offensive line. I get it. But it's like you said that you hope they rebuild it. You've been hoping that they rebuild it for, like Jason said, 10 years now. It hasn't happened yet. So it's like I understand you don't want them to start bad habits. I get it. But it's like if you guys don't fix the offensive line in this offseason, yes, you gotta hope that you guys have a more favorable schedule that'll help it. But I mean, think you're still gonna play the Cowboys, Eagles, and the Commanders 2 times a year. So there's 6 games already,
I mean, without Michael Parsons, I really don't worry about the Cowboys' defense anymore.
which is good. But
And if
again,
and if Jalen Carter keeps spitting on people, I ain't gonna be worrying about the Eagles' defense anymore.
mm,
I mean,
uh, I wouldn't watch film on Russ in these past probably 7 games that he's played. I wouldn't watch those because I know from experience it's not good. Um, all right, that was a good little um debate there on what we think should be done. Yeah, I mean, I think they were getting to Hurts a bit at least, but they couldn't. They didn't have a containment in the on the line. They just rushed at him when he was getting out of the
yeah,
way.
it was undisciplined.
hmm All right, so what Jason's been waiting for.
Oh shit!
I know I don't want to, you don't want to, but the Dolphins and the Colts. I knew the Dolphins were going to be bad, but I didn't realize they were putting out high school defensive players out there to try and tackle Daniel Jones and stop Daniel Jones and this Colts offense. The score was 8-33. At one point, it was 0-33. Or sorry, it was 0-30. Daniel Jones, Daniel freaking Jones, led the Colts on a scoring drive of every play on every drive of this game. They scored on every drive. Tua turned the ball over, was at it again. He went 14 for 23, 114 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and a fumble. Danny Dimes had 3 total touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor had a good rushing game. The Dolphins' total team didn't show up, never mind just their defense. Pittman had a receiving touchdown, and Tyler Warren, their tight end, had 7 receptions for 76 yards. Yep. Yep. Tua turned the ball over, and Tua Hospital over, whatever you want to call him. He was in action. For week 1, me and Tony were wrong. I know that's what Jason wants to hear, so I'll say it. We were
I ain't
wrong
admitting that
for week
shit.
1. I got to see it for more than 1 week.
A dead clock is right twice a day.
Mm-hmm. This is more about the Dolphins, I think, and how bad they were. Again, we did our record stuff, and we predicted them to be pretty bad. I didn't think they were
Not
going to be as
that
bad.
bad.
Oh my god, they were bad. They were
They were
really, really bad.
atrocious.
Now they played the Patriots, who have a good defense as well. I think this is going to be a bad year for the Dolphins. And I think my prediction will be right about Coach Mike McDaniel being fired in the season. Because his post-game presser was even worse than what on the field looked like. His post-game press conference was atrocious. Again, I know Jason's gonna let us hear about it in the comments. Daniel Jones, yes, he finally had a good game. Yep, he didn't trip over the turf. He actually made it into the end zone on the 2 rushing touchdowns. But again, I definitely got to see it for more than 1 week to claim I was totally wrong on Daniel Jones. So Tony, I don't know if you have anything on this or not.
I already said it. A dead clock is right twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he played the Dolphins for crying out loud. I mean, we all predict the Dolphins being finished bottom of the barrel for this season. Now we didn't predict them to be that bad. I mean, holy shit, that was beyond a shit show. That was a straight dumpster fire.
Mm-hmm. That was really bad.
I mean, whew, yeah, I don't even know what else to say about that. I mean, that was just
Oh boy. Yeah,
well,
we
yeah.
did.
'Cause, I mean, we thought they would have some sense of pride.
Pride, energy, and not allow Daniel Jones to look like one of the best in the league. I expected that.
Yeah, that was just. Yeah, the Dolphins made Daniel Jones look like Joe Montana.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was just. Yeah, that was nauseating.
That was bad. That was. Yes, we did predict that Dolphins to win because we thought they were at least going to be better than what they looked like. That was terrible. All right, no more on that game. That was painful to have to say. But all right, next we got Lions and Packers. Thought this game was going to be a lot better than what it was. Lions got destroyed 13-27. Micah Parsons making a big impact. He only played 45 snaps, but he made an impact regardless. Jared Goff went 31 for 39, 225 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Jordan Love, hey, he didn't turn the ball over. 16 for 22, 108 yards, 2 touchdowns. Seems like a lot of teams could not run the ball at all this week. Dave Montgomery, he only had 11 carries for 25 yards, and Jameer Gibbs had 9 carries for 19 yards. Josh Jacobs, 19 carries for 66 yards and a touchdown. Laporta, he had 6 receptions for 79 yards. Amon Ra, very quiet game, 4 for 45. Jameer Gibbs set an NFL record, most receptions with the least amount of yards. He had 10 receptions for 31 yards in this game. So if you have in a PPR, you got 10 points right there just by his 10 receptions. Romeo Dobbs, he had 2 for 68. Jaden Reed, he had a touchdown, and Tucker Kraft got a touchdown for the Packers. Again, Tony, a very surprising game. I thought this game was going to be a lot better. I didn't expect the Lions to miss Ben Johnson as much as they did.
Yeah, they had no identity on offense or defense.
It was bad. They missed Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn
Yes.
terribly. That's to me the main takeaway. Yes, the Packers look great. They are top of NFC North. Uh, Again, that defense is really good. If you're going to hold this Lions team to 13, then that's very intriguing. But again, Lions are desperately missing Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. That is the biggest key takeaway from this game. Is it just looked like they didn't know what to do without them when they had a whole offseason to get it taken care of.
Yeah, like the Packers offense didn't really look that overpowering, but you could tell that there was something missing with the Lions on Sunday. I mean, the running game was basically non-existent. The passing game was almost pretty much non-existent, other than Sam Laporta and that young kid that made that amazing catch. That actually, I mean, in the end zone, that was wow. That catch was amazing. That was probably could be nominated for one of the best catches of the year.
Mm-hmm.
But it all comes down for nothing because you offensively and defensively, they both sides of the ball look lost. Yeah, they had Hutchinson back, but even he looked a little lost. But he was out for more almost an entire season after breaking his leg. So with him, yeah, I can't fault him because he really wasn't back in game shape. But the rest of the team, they was like, which way did he go, George? Which way did he go, George?
Very surprising game. Lions looking for a bounce back win this upcoming week, and Packers looking to keep the momentum going. Now game of the year so far. What a game! Ravens and Bills. Um, what I say? This year I've said it multiple times. The only way you were right, Jay. I didn't expect him to look that bad though. Like that was really bad.
Yeah, that
I
was.
wouldn't go. Yeah. Um, I've said this many times on the podcast. The only way that the Ravens lose this year is if they beat themselves, and they do it again. They did it again. Week 1, they were at 15 with 5 minutes left in the fourth, I think, and they lose.
What? Excuse me. What had me so puzzled with that game is the fact that Henry fumbled.
Hmm.
How often do we see that happen?
Like never. I'm not even blaming him. A fumble happens. I think Harbaugh really thinks that his defense is still his best side of the ball, and it's not. They clearly couldn't stop Josh Allen and the Bills in the fourth quarter, and they punt the ball to him. It was, yes, 4th and 3, 4th and 2. I would have rather him go for it than punt it when you're when we've seen it all quarter that your defense cannot stop Josh Allen. That's another AFC North defense that really, again, they're going against the MVP. So it's like I can't really get too hard on them, but I thought they'd be a lot, they were a lot better of a defense for pretty much the whole game until that last 6 minutes of the game. Lamar, very kind of quiet, 14 for 19, 209 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also had a rushing touchdown. Josh Allen did MVP things. He went 33 for 46, 394 yards and 2 touchdowns. Derrick Henry had a monster game. Other than that fumble, he had 18 carries, 169 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's a very, very good game. James Cook, very quiet game, 13 carries, 43 yards, a touchdown. Josh Allen also had 2 rushing touchdowns. Zay Flowers was pretty much the whole Ravens receiving offense. He had 7 receptions for 140 yards and touchdown. Hopkins, I forgot he was even on the Ravens. He had a receiving touchdown with a great one-handed catch. Oh boy. Exactly. The play calling is very questionable sometimes. Um, again, I understand Derrick Henry fumbled, but that's going to happen very, very rarely. Is it going to ever happen twice? Um, Again, Ravens beat themselves constantly. I don't understand what is with this team. They have to me, the most talented team in the league looking at the roster up and down. And they start the season off 0-1. If they somehow, this upcoming week, lose to the Browns, if this game is even close, there's a problem. I mean, the Bengals just barely beat them, so anything can happen. Bengals almost shit themselves. It was 17-16 final score. They had like 4 points or 4 yards in the either fourth quarter or the whole second half. I wanted to talk about that game, but there was a few more important games to talk about. But if the Ravens somehow this game almost like if this Browns game is even close, there's going to be major questions about this team going forward.
I
You
agree.
can you could take it away, Tony. I don't know if you have any thoughts on it. I mean, I was watching this live. This was a insane game. I thought Ravens had it, and everything switched and changed rather quickly.
Yeah, I agree. If this Browns game is even remotely close, there's going to be a lot of questioning that the Ravens will have to answer. Offensively, they're light years ahead of the Browns. Defensively, I'm not going to say they're light years ahead of the Browns, but they are ahead of the Browns on defense. Now the Browns do have a nice defense, but there's no way that defense should be able to contain that explosive Ravens offense. Yeah, the Bills did get lucky with the Derrick Henry fumble because, like we said, that's something that rarely happens. But yeah, I mean, I was watching that game, then I was like, oh, they were by 15. 7 minutes left. Shit. What can happen? I started wondering of doing other shit. Come back. What the fuck? I'm like, what did I miss? How the game is almost over and both Buffalo's about to win? What the fuck just happened here? I mean, yeah, granted, like they say, any given Sunday anybody could win, but yeah, how? So again, this like I said, if this Baltimore Browns game is remotely anywhere near being close, there's a lot of questions that need to be answered in Baltimore, and I think it's gonna have to start with the head coach.
Mhm. Head coach and the coordinators. Yes, the players are out there playing, but it also comes down to the play calling, as Jay mentioned in a comment of what kind of play calling it was. Yes, Josh Allen. Yes, Josh Allen did his superhero shit. And again, it shows why he was MVP last year. Um, it's one of the most incredible comebacks I think I've ever seen. I mean, again, 6 minutes left, down by 15. And the Ravens did what only the Ravens know how to do, and they literally fumbled the game away once again. I mean, it's just I it's like beating a dead horse now. I say it all the time. Exactly. They are not a great team, but Josh Allen propels them to victory. That is well said, Jason. Josh Allen, sorry, Ravens. I say all the time. They beat themselves more than any team I've ever seen. To me, I
Agreed.
think they should have been in the Super Bowl these past 3 years probably because the team is clearly way more talented than the Chiefs. They just beat themselves every single year. So I'll be looking for this Browns and Ravens game this upcoming week to be a slaughter, and it definitely should be. If it's a one-score game and the Browns have a chance to somehow like tie it in the last drive, like we said,
I'm gonna
a
lose
lot
my
of
shit.
issues. A lot of issues and questions that I'm going to be asking about this team. Now, that wasn't the last comeback of the week one season. The Vikings come back in the fourth quarter to win 27-24 against the Bears. JJ did not look really all too great throughout the first three quarters, but he turned around in the fourth. He went 13 for 20, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, interception. Caleb Williams looked better than he did last year. Jason's going to argue with me about that, but he didn't turn the ball over. He went 21 for 35, 210 yards and a touchdown. Vikings couldn't really run the ball too well until that fourth quarter. Jordan Mason, he had 15 carries, 68 yards. Aaron Jones only had 8 carries for 23. JJ also had a rushing touchdown. Caleb Williams also had a rushing touchdown, and DeAndre Swift had 53 yards total. Aaron Jones also caught a receiving touchdown. Justin Jefferson caught a receiving touchdown. DJ Moore only had 68 receiving yards and 1 fumble. And Roma Dunze caught a receiving touchdown for the Bears. Yes, Caleb Williams was actually okay. Again, as much as we hate on Dak Prescott, you really don't like Caleb Williams. Not you, Tony, but Jason. He doesn't like Caleb. He didn't play too bad. It was that defense that really let them down there in the fourth quarter, who could not stop JJ. JJ, we need to see that stuff the whole game. We can't just see it there in the fourth quarter. Mm-hmm. Yes, what the fuck is that?
Looks like a bass fish.
Mm-hmm. That's how the game for JJ is. Um, but JJ, he needs to do that for all 4 quarters. But again, it's people really doubt JJ and his game sense, and if he could really do it. Like Jay said, he made his NFL debut on Monday Night Football and made a miraculous comeback. I mean, again, like I got to see it for more than just the 4th quarter, but I was highly impressed. And again, he's a Michigan guy. He went to Michigan. He got us a national championship. So I really do root for him. So the fact that he got injured last year really kind of did upset me. I wanted to see what he could do. I think he'll only get better this year. I mean, there is ways that he can get worse, but again, I think that he'll only get better. And Vikings, I think, are a very sneaky team this year, especially if he at least just stays on the path of going up and he doesn't go down. That is my takeaway from this game.
Um. Well, I can say one thing. I mean, the Bears did look better than the damn Lions.
Somehow, again, it was because Ben Johnson was there.
But once again, the Bears defense somehow fell asleep before the game was over.
Mhm.
Because the Bears did look like they was going to have this game in the bag. And then next thing you know, I actually fell asleep watching the end of the game because I was getting bored. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the game wasn't that entertaining towards the end of the game, and I guess I should have stayed up a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
Woke up the next morning, Vikings beat the. What the fuck? How that happen? Caleb Williams did look good under Ben Johnson. So again, that shows you that the Lions are missing Ben Johnson, just like the Jets defense looked good under Aaron Glenn. Guess what? The Lions defense missing Aaron Glenn. I think there's a pattern here. But yeah, the Bears are. I think it was going to be. I don't know. I think they might end up being. I mean, if the Lions keep faltering the way they are, the Bears might have a better record than the Lions.
Mm-hmm. And Caleb Williams keeps looking good.
So yeah, that's. I mean, will it happen? I highly doubt it, but I mean, shit, anything is possible this season so far.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, whoever thought a team that has Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, a Cheney, will only,
Tua.
exactly will only put up 8 points.
And like, who would have thought Daniel Jones
Yeah,
would have three total touchdowns? Who would have thought?
Jason don't even say a damn word.
Here we go. Oh, well, all right. That's the same one. But
I thought it was a different one too.
now we're going into our pick'ems.
Exactly, that's what we were just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, you did
it was rough.
not do good this week, man.
Yeah, it was rough.
7-9. I mean, I have them up on my screen. Uh, my coworkers picked in our group too, which is cool. So we all picked the Cardinals. Me and you picked the Texans, which that game was very underwhelming. The score was 9-14. Uh, my coworker picked the Rams. You got that right. We all picked the Dolphins.
Bet you won't do
Jason,
that again.
yeah, Jason, don't say that. We all picked the Chiefs. Uh, I think 10-6 for this opening week with how crazy some of these comebacks were isn't that bad actually. 'Cause that's what I went. I went 10-6, and my coworker went 11-5, and Tony again you went 7-9. Um, you went with the Giants. That's all right. Me and Frank picked the Commanders.
Well,
He
I'm
went
always
with
going
the
to pick my team.
what?
I'm always going to pick my team. I don't care who they playing.
Mm, Um, he went with the Packers. Me and you picked the Lions. And then he went with the Cowboys. Me and you picked the Eagles. Uh, me and my coworker went with
Fucking
the
Panthers.
me and him went with the Jags. You went with the Panthers. That's your team. That's your sneaky team this year. They underperformed really bad. But again, it's only week one. We all went with the Bengals. We all almost got that one wrong. Uh, I mean, these next two or the three we almost all got wrong. The Vikings game we all got right, and the Steelers game we all got right. Ravens we should have gotten right, but they wanted to say "fuck you," I'm not going to do it. Uh, Niners game you end up getting wrong. You went with the Seahawks. Me and my friend got that right. Broncos we all got that game right. My guy Baker Mayfield and the Bucks, we got that right. And the Patriots game, they fucking lost to the fucking Raiders. So we got that wrong. So a pretty bad week. Tony looking for a bounce back week this week. So for week 2,
Yeah, we got
starting it off,
Packers and Commanders.
yes, we will preview this game. So we will talk about this Thursday night game a bit more in depth. Every other game we won't when we talk about too much. Commanders Packers. This should be a good game. This gonna be should be a good game. Uh, I'm excited to watch this one. Daniels and Love going at it. Micah Parsons playing a former rival. So I picked Packers in this one. They were at Lambeau Field. That would be Tony. He picked against them. And now Brock is out for a while. Kittle's out. They have wide receivers out. Niners are going to be rough this week. But I have Packers winning. But I mean, again, I think I was going to pick whoever was home. I think that's what it comes down to. I think they have a home field advantage here, obviously. And the Packers, again, they looked to me a lot better in week 1 than the Commanders did. So yeah, I'm going with the Packers in this one. But again, it should be a good game. I'm off tomorrow, so I will be watching this game for sure.
Yeah, I went with the Packers as well. I
Whew.
mean, it's hard to beat Green Bay and Green Bay.
Hmm. All right, now we got Jags and Bengals.
I'm going with the Bengals.
Yeah. It's,
Then
I.
again, I know they barely beat the damn Browns.
Hmm. They they better win this game, or there'll be a lot of questions about them as well. Giants Cowboys.
Well, of course, I'm picking my Giants.
Oh, you almost said your Cowboys. Well, I'm going with Dak, the Cowboys. So I went with the Cowboys. This one, Bears, Lions.
I'm almost tempted to pick the Bears.
Yeah, me too. But Lions are at home, so I think they have a bounce back game. I really do. I don't think they start 0-2.
I don't know. Um,
I'm with the Lions.
I'm gonna. I have to go with the Lions. I just
They're at home. I don't see them starting this season 0-2. Rams, Titans. Well, Rams
Rams.
on the way. There's not much to say on that game. Patriots, Dolphins.
Patriots. Until the Dolphins can show me they can actually be a team and score.
Titans, there's no way Titans upset. There's no way.
That's a bold statement.
Mm-hmm. What, me or him?
Him.
I mean, he spelt it wrong, but Giantas. Niners, Saints. Again, I just mentioned all the injuries, but I don't believe in the Saints at all, so I still went with the Niners. As long as CMC is there and healthy, then Niners are winning.
Yeah, I gotta go with the Niners.
Bills, Jets.
Whew. I mean, after seeing what I saw from the Jets against Pittsburgh, I mean, yeah, the Bills are. I mean, I hate to say they are a better team than the Steelers, but at the same time, we also know how the Bills could be after, especially a game like they just had. They have the tendency to
Mm-hmm.
do a letdown the following week.
Are you really thinking about picking the Jets?
No, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. I was like, there's no way. All right. Bills, Seahawks, Steelers.
I'm going with the Steelers. They're
Yes.
at home.
Mm-hmm. At home, I like our offense. Our defense will be better. Um, Browns, Ravens.
We already discussed that one.
Better be the Ravens. 2% of America had picked the Browns. That's incredible. Um, Broncos, Colts.
Broncos.
Yep. And eh, Daniel Jones going against an actual defense, so we'll see what he's actually made of.
Sorry. Please, will the real Daniel Jones please stand up?
hmm Well, he will. Or, I mean, or he'll fall down. Panthers, Cardinals. Are you going with your Panthers
Cardinals.
again, or actually there?
Cardinals.
Cardinals, I got. Eagles, Chiefs. Now that Jalen Carter is officially not suspended, I'm definitely going with the Eagles. I was debating it, and then they announced it that he wasn't suspended, so I'm definitely going with the Eagles. A lot of injuries there for the Chiefs at wide receiver.
Yeah, considering one of the injuries was caused by his own damn teammate,
hmm
which, let me see if I can find that quote.
Oh boy, I like when Tony finds quotes. Oh, we just sort of crossed. I feel like shit after injuring teammate Xavier Worthy in Kansas City Chiefs star tight end. Travis Kelce said he felt like shit after he injured. Secret worthy.
Oh, found it. Give me 1 second and I'll share it.
Oh boy.
And this quote is from Xavier Woods.
Or
Xavier Worthy.
worthy.
So the quote reads, whoops, wrong button. He needs to stop waving at Taylor Swift from the sidelines and remember his damn running routes. Now, wasn't this somebody that said it at the beginning of the season that this was going to be a problem?
That'd be you. You said it. It was going to be a distraction or problem. And it started. Week 1, it has started.
I mean, I'm not faulting him for wrong because, like he said, I mean, if he remembered the route he was supposed to run, they would have never collided. He would never got injured.
Absolutely.
So, yep, like I said,
Dummy. Yeah.
yep, I called it. I said I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I said them announcing their engagement at the beginning of the season is going to cause a problem.
Mm-hmm. And it did. Week 1. It wasn't even week 1. It was what? First quarter?
Yep.
First quarter. Problem.
And all them Swifties was coming at me. Now what you Swifties got to say now, dumbasses?
All right, swiftly moving on to the next game. We got Falcons Vikings.
I mean, the Falcons did look good. The Falcons did look good against your boy in Baker Mayfield, but I'm still going to take the Vikings. Vikings at home, they're another team that's hard to beat at home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want the Vikings as well. And we have 2 Monday night games this week. We got Buck Texans at 7 p.m. My guy Baker Mayfield, he's gonna win. He's gonna go start 2-0. He's beating the Texans this week.
Surprisingly, I am riding with your boy Baker Mayfield.
Baker, Baker,
Yes, I'm riding with
Baker's
your
gonna
boy.
bake up the Texans defense, man.
I'm riding with your boy Baker Mayfield over C.J. Stroud
Yeah, over your guy, CJ Stroud.
because Houston did not look good in that Ram against that Rams team.
Yeah. Again, I expected that game to be a high scoring, low defense kind of game. It was 9-14. Like what? Oh, that was really bad. And the final game is the Chargers Raiders.
Chargers.
Yeah, I mean they tend to lose at least one of these games, but I don't think it'll be this year, or at least on this one. I went with the total points scored in this game at 50.
I
So
went at 40.
I don't know. Oh, I mean it could be like a 40-10 game.
I was
So
thinking
I
more
hope.
of like a 15-20 game.
Mm-hmm. Sure you're there.
One of
Yeah,
those.
you're open for a bounce back week because that was a rough week one.
Yeah, that was really a rough week one. That was a bad week one. I don't think I've had a week one start like that in a while.
No, 7-9. That was really bad. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I mean, I can check Twitter real quick, see if there's anything I've missed. I mentioned the Steelers signing Jabril Peppers. But other than that,
There wasn't really much.
no. Other than the games, wasn't too much. The Niners. Brock Purdy's a long shot to play this Sunday with a shoulder/toe injury. Mac Jones, Big Daddy Mac Jones, is in place to start for the Niners this week. Jadeveon Clowney he met with the Cowboys today.
I thought he just might well just retire.
Mm-hmm. Uh, Chris
Well,
Watson was signed to an extension today.
there is an injury report that just happened about an hour ago. The Dallas Cowboys could be without cornerback Deron Bland for a couple of weeks because of a right foot injury suffered in Monday's game. What Monday's practice? Sorry, I said they didn't play Monday.
Great. I got a few more. Vikings linebacker Blake Cashman with a hamstring is out for a few weeks. While their other linebacker Andrew Van Ginkel is in the concussion protocol. Falcons coach Raheem Morris expects Drake London to play with a shoulder injury, and the Bills' Tre'Davious White is back at practice. Uh, uh, Xavier Worthy is not looking at surgery for his shoulder, apparently.
Um, I want to hear your take on this one. That shoving incident that happened during the Bills Ravens game. So Lamar Jackson apparently apologized to the fan for shoving him, but he offered some advice: keep your hands to himself, which I completely agree with Lamar. Fans are getting out of hands thinking that because they're spending all this money that they could get away with doing with whatever they want. To some extent, you once you put your hands on the players, they don't know your intent. So yeah, they are going to retaliate, and that Finn first touched Hopkins, and then hit Jackson as well. And so I don't blame Jackson for shoving him back because again, as a player, you do not know that fan's attention, especially considering it was a Bills fan.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that you already know my opinion on it. I agree wholeheartedly with you. Um, uh, it again, as someone who's attended a lot of or a few live games, I would never even imagine putting my hand on a player unless it was like a high five or something. But to shove Hopkins in the on the helmet, and then the fan shoved Lamar on the helmet, that is you have every right to get shoved by any player that saw it or that you did that to. Because I'm sure I always go back to this point. If you see them on the street, you wouldn't do that.
I agree.
Guaranteed,
And,
you wouldn't do that shit.
and like I said, I mean, it wasn't a Ravens fan that did that. It was a Buffalo Bills fan.
And again,
So
like the Ravens were the away team. Like you don't know if they're shoving you because they don't like you, or if it was like a friendly shove. The players don't know that. Keep your hands to
exactly,
yourself. Like if it was a Bills touchdown, fine. You can celebrate with the players. They do it all the time. but it was a Ravens touchdown, and you're a Bills fan. You have no right to be touching a Ravens player. So you have so Jackson had every right to shove that fan back.
I mean,
Um,
I could have seen, I could have understood if you know they went to do their version of the Lambeau Leap in the Bills
mhm.
section. Yeah, I can understand the fans pushing them away because okay, they're trying to celebrate you with you in that section, and that's a Bills section. But neither one of them made no distinction towards the fans. They was running along right along the barrier
Yeah,
after
they
Hopkins
would
had
walk
that touchdown.
around. Yep, just being like, yeah, like they were just celebrating. They weren't celebrating in the crowd. They were celebrating just walking around like with each other.
And for that fan to reach out and just push both of them, I mean, he's lucky all he got was a pushback. Personally, I think he should have been ejected from the stadium
Hmm.
because, again, those players don't know your intention.
Yeah, but he also apologized for shoving him as well. Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson apologized to the Buffalo Bills fan that he shoved in retaliation Sunday night, but the two-time most valuable player had some advice: just chill next time. You could talk trash and stuff, but keep your hands to yourself.
Exactly.
During the loss, celebrating uh, with some teammates near the front row of the stadium. The fan wearing a red Buffalo Bills jersey hit Hopkins on the helmet before doing the same to Jackson, who immediately delivered a two-handed shove that sent the fan flying backwards. Lamar said, "It just happened. I got pushed." I'm like, "What? I wasn't even thinking about me being out there on the field. My apologies to him."
It was a
Jackson said
natural
he has.
reaction.
Jackson said he has not heard from the league about any potential disciplinary actions, which I don't think he should get any. The NFL did not return an email about the altercation between Jackson and the fan. The fan was ejected. Oh, he was. He was
Okay.
ejected from the stadium Sunday night. The fan also has been identifiably banned from the Bills and NFL stadiums, a team official said. About 10 minutes after Jackson's incident with the fan, Ravens running back Derrick Henry was nearly hit with a frozen water bottle in the end zone
Yeah, I saw
on
that
the other
one.
side of the stadium after a 29-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter. Stuff like that should be happening. It's not WWE, Jackson said. We're playing football out here, so just keep it to football. I know guys are going to talk trash. I know the opposing team is going to talk trash. Keep it that way, but keep your hands and keep your objects to yourself. Jackson had a lengthy conversation with Ravens general manager Eric DeCosta about the incident. He also spoke to Coach John Harbaugh about what happened. As far as I could tell, we're we're at a real good spot with that, Harbaugh said. That is that. Um,
I could tell you one thing: if Jackson gets fined or suspended, oh my God, Roger Goodell, you will be in for it.
oh yeah, Tony will have your ass.
I will drag your ass through the mud for this one.
But no, there should be no disciplinary actions. It was all on the fan, and he has been taken care of. Again, he was ejected, and he has now been banned from any more stadiums. It doesn't say a length on that, but I mean, it should be for life. If you have no common sense to not hit a player on the helmet that isn't like celebrating with you, and he then shoves you back, uh, I mean, yeah, he should definitely be suspended or not suspended, but banned. Jackson should have nothing done to him. Again, I think he acted accordingly. I mean, it was again, you get shoved back. I mean, again, I know that you're a player and the league wants you to act better than that, but again, it's just an initial reaction. Someone put your hands on you, and you're gonna just react back. I mean, again, like you said, he's lucky that's all he got was a shove. Like Jackson could have fucking punched him in the face.
Like I said, I mean, if I get an alert on my phone that Jackson was either fined or suspended, oh, 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 oh.
We might need to go live like a few days early to get that raw reaction.
Yeah, that part, that episode might just be just one topic
Mhm.
because that's gonna be whoa.
But no, I
Mm.
mean it's again Wednesday. It's 8:30 currently, and if nothing's come out yet, I don't think anything will happen. Uh,
For his sake, you better not.
mhm. I don't think it will. But I mean that was just absurd. When I saw that happen. Fans, like you said, are getting a bit out of control. We see it in the NBA sometimes. Fans throw things, and the most notably that I've seen or that I do really remember is Russ. He was on the Wizards at this point, and he was walking under the tunnel injured, and a fan dumped popcorn on him, and Russ absolutely lost it. Um, and
These fans are getting out of control.
it's bad because it's like again, it shows you don't have any respect, not just for the player, but as a human. Like you wouldn't want someone to dump popcorn on you. You wouldn't want someone to shove you, and again, you wouldn't do that to them in the street.
Well, just look at that Philly fan, that Karen, they've been dragging all through on social media for taking the ball from a young boy.
Hmm.
I mean, these fans, it's getting ridiculous.
Yeah, just because you pay a lot of money, like I'm going to a Steelers game in November, just because I'm going to be paying, or yeah, like that I'm going to be paying a lot of money to go to a game doesn't mean I'm going to act however I want to. You still have to act accordingly. Yes, you can celebrate, you can have a good time, but there's limits and restrictions to what you can and can't do. And obviously, putting your hands on a player, especially an opposing player, will lead to you getting shoved and then ejected and then banned. So, yeah, I
Plain
don't
and
know if these
simple.
fans will ever learn.
Plain and simple. Act like you have some home training, motherfuckers. Damn.
And again, the alcohol, again, he could have been a bit buzzed, which made him make bad choices, but that's not an excuse to do what he did. So, yeah, these fans need to smarten up, or they're really going to get hurt by one of these players who are a lot bigger and stronger than what they really, really think.
Okay, I don't got anything else about that now. I just
Yeah,
had to
me
let
neither.
that out.
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up because I forgot about that when as we were talking about that Bills game because it didn't really affect the game, but
No, it didn't.
it was a big takeaway in that game. Like if he got ejected for shoving that fan, that would have been really bad. But no refs really saw it. Uh,
Like I
but yeah,
said, I didn't really think anything of it until I was scrolling through my notifications from ESPN and saw that.
But yeah, Jackson better not get any actions done to him, or Tony will flip his shit next week.
That will be must see TV.
Hmm.
We might lose a sponsor that week.
Oh yeah. And again, our sponsor, Doobie, I have their shaker cup. Oh, I gotta take my background off for this because it won't work.
Yeah, because it falls into the background. Because I have mine too, but I'm actually taking mine off so they can see the merchandise. You got the sponsor, I got the merch.
Hmm. So I got Doobie. You can see it is their shaker cup. Again, it is just water in this because I cannot drink energy drinks. Um, that's one unfortunate part, but that's okay. I will have my sister taste test them soon to let you know her thoughts on those. She's one who can drink energy drinks and stuff with caffeine in it. I cannot, but I like their shaker cup. It keeps things cold for a long time. I've had this for about 2 hours, and it is still pretty cold. So it keeps stuff cold really, really long time. Very, very good quality. So again, go over to Doobie, put the promo code Drop Zone in there for 10% off your order. And Tony, take it away for the merch.
And yep, once again, for those of you who don't know, we do have our online store, Zone Elite Wear .com. We have all type of merchandise, not only for the podcast, but we also have some real funny, clever merchandise as well. Like Jeff's dummy shirt, which I'm working on getting for him because he's gonna. I mean, that's the shirt he's dying to have. Jeff's dummy of the week. Of course, sporting the Drop Zone shirt. I know it's hard to see because my damn title tag is in front of it. I can see if we can move that somewhere else. We also do discount promotions on that. If you order, $35 or more, if you put the promo code Drop Zone in, you get 15% off your total order. Now, I repeat, it has to be subtotal of $35 before taxes. And we just, I literally just created a couple of new line things. Windbreaker jackets that's water resistant. One of my friends who does MMA training, he asked if we had any. I had a few, but nothing that was actually really was exciting to him. So I created a whole new line for him, and he loves them. So he's going to be ordering some of those. I've had a few females ask about leggings because getting stuff merchandise from us, not only with the promo codes you get, but our merch is fairly cheaper than you'll find in actual stores, and the quality is very good.
And you can attest to it. You're wearing one right now. You've had it in the wash a few times, and it's completely fine.
Yes. So anything that has a design on it is pretty much guaranteed to last for quite a while. I still suggest washing them inside out, just because of the fact that it is a pressed on design to the shirt, so you don't want it to start peeling after so many washes. So just wash them inside out. I don't think I have anything else on that. Oh, our co-host, our moderator Mary said she should be back next week.
I was just thinking about that. I don't want to act like we forgot about her. She's still around. She gave us an update that she should be back next week. She's doing better. She apologized, and I don't know if she see this, but I'll shoot her a text back. I woke up and I took a shower and I came right on, but I'll hit her a text back. But again, she doesn't need to apologize. We're very understanding people. People process losses differently, and however much time she needed or needs to process it with her and her family. Let's check up the sheet. Yeah, Jason's always working. He's like, I got to go home and work after what we worked last night. So he's a nonstop worker, and then he's coming back tonight. So, but
He's just as
Mary
bad as I
again, Mary, you don't need to apologize. Again, we all process life and things that happen in our life differently. So there's no need to apologize for missing another week. Me and Tony understand. We're not gonna be mad at you or anything. Life happens, and however.
I was thirsty. Sorry.
Well, Jay, good thing that we work at a grocery store. You can get energy drinks there if you need them. So again, Mary, we do hope to see you back next week. But if not, if things change, again, just let us know, and it is not a problem for us. It's all right. We understand.
Yep. So next week we'll be discussing season two.
Season 2 of the NFL.
Week 2 of the NFL.
And there's a word fumble. There you go.
uh,
Yes, I recommend Dubby Energy. Well, Tony, you
I don't
would
know
have
how.
to.
I'm still trying to figure out how we pronounce it. Is it Doobie or is it W? But whatever the hell it is. um,
It looks like Dubby because I don't know, but this, yeah.
like I
Oh,
said, yes, I do recommend it. I mean, I mean, believe it or not, it's not as high strung as you would think it will make people to be. I usually take it every morning before I go to work, just so I have extra energy. And it doesn't have me bouncing off the walls. It does give me a boost of energy, but yeah, it's nothing major that's gonna, after that initial burst where it's a hard crash, like most of those powder energy drinks do. This one does that. I mean, well, to me, it doesn't do that to me. When it wears off, it just wears off. But that could be because I'm a bigger guy, so. But yeah, I mean, I do recommend it. Um, as far as flavors, the only one I had was, I believe it was the mango orange. I think it was, which I do got to get some more because I mean, it's funny because it's mango orange, but yeah, it smells like strawberry. But yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it's more.
they have many flavors. They have a lot of
Yeah,
flavors.
I'm learning that it's more for like gamers. They designed it for gamers instead of like people who go to the gym. It's designed for gamers, so for those who like to stay up late and try to fight to sleep, that's what they designed it for. But yeah, I mean, I do recommend it. I mean, like I said,
They're sponsored. We definitely recommend it.
I take it every morning before when I get to work. So
Sweet fuck. Yeah, I know, Jay. I know.
so yeah,
I
Jay,
know
it'd
Jay's
be perfect
perfect
for
to
you.
sleep. Hmm. And again, Jay, use promo code DROPZONE for 10% off your order.
And Jay, make sure you hit our merchandise store too, man.
Hmm. You gotta get a Drop Zone merchandise.
Like I said, we have other things other than this drop zone. Like last week, I showed you guys
Hmm.
the trick or treat Halloween shirt.
Hmm. A lot of stuff. Tony's busy making shirts.
Shirts,
The business
leggings,
guru. Yep.
jackets. Um, we even have cell phone covers that I've done.
Laptop covers.
Yep, laptop covers, tumblers, coffee mugs, which I actually have one right here. It's the 15-ounce one. We also have a 12-ounce one. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's in the online store that people will actually like to wear and stuff. It doesn't have to necessarily be the drop zone merchandise, but like I said, there are other merchandise that we do outside of the drop zone as part of our clothing line that we do.
Yep. There's a little bit for everybody. So go over, take a look. And again, any suggestions is welcome.
Even working on the kids clothing line.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Well, we got to get going because I know Jeff got to work tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll see Jay in about an hour.
Yeah. So yeah, again, tune in next week.
For
Um,
week 2, not season 2, week 2.
for
Do,
week 2 on season 3.
mhm. Do the women have a clothing line, Tony? Yes, they do. I know they do.
Yes.
And when we
Yes.
say there's stuff for everybody, there's stuff for everybody.
Yes. I've actually have tote bags that are designed for females.
And leggings, like we
Yep.
said.
Um, a lot of the stuff is unisex, so it's for men and women. Um, that helps keep the cost down. That which is why we could charge less for people to buy it because they're not getting specifically like shirt or jacket designed for a male or a female. It's designed for both sexes. That way, like I said, it helps keep our costs down. It helps us, charge you less, so you guys, don't have to spend more. Um, the only most like the most expensive stuff will be anything that anything that has a logo on like Adidas or Under Armour. We do have a few apparels for those guys. It just has their tag. It doesn't have their actual official logo on it, but it
Mhm.
is from. We do have stuff that's from Adidas and Under Armour. Under Armour. So those items will be a little bit more because, of course, you're paying for the name. So, but yes, overall, yeah, we do. We have. It's a. I mean, the clothing line is expanding almost on a daily basis.
Mhm.
Although
Yep,
lately,
it is.
lately Jeff hasn't been woken up to tons of messages saying,
50
"Hey,
texts. There's another one. Done. I got another one. I got another one. So, but yeah, I haven't woken up to that in a while. But I mean, I know that Tony's still hard at work. So,
so just check it out, zoneelitewear.com. I mean, even if I'm at work and you have questions, there is a chat box on the store website, and it does come to my phone. I believe Jeff, you have downloaded the app so yet? Have you?
I'll be honest, no, not yet. I've been very, very busy with work, but I will. I will tomorrow on my day off. I'll do it.
So I
But yeah,
mean,
it'll go right to us. So any questions will come right to us.
yeah. So I mean, when Jeff gets it downloaded, if I can't answer at that time, and if he's available, he'll answer it. When Mary comes back, she'll have it. She also works at the store. She's one of the managers there. If, like I said, if we can't, one of us can answer it, she'll be able to answer it.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, there's somebody always there to answer a question if you have any.
Again, again, even if I'm at work, I'm on my phone sometimes. So even if it's like a midnight thing, I can still get it straight to my phone. I'll be available.
Yeah, if it's after midnight, don't expect me to answer. I gotta work
Hmm.
in the morning, so I'm gonna be asleep. So, but yeah, I don't got anything else. We pretty much went
Me
over
neither.
everything.
A good episode. Jay kept us entertained as always, and yeah, I mean, that's it. Yeah, we'll be week 2 next week. There's nothing like football. That there really isn't. So I'm always excited.
I agree. So with that in mind, remember to hit the subscribe button. Check out our fan page, well, the group page. Drop Zone page group page. Apply to become a member, as well as check out the Zone Elite Wear page. Um, become a follower and become a member of that one as well. So until next week, see everybody later.
Peace.